Hello and welcome to this section, Understanding Dockerfile. In the previous section, we saw how to manage data in Docker containers, and in this section, we'll understand Dockerfile in depth and see how to build images using a Dockerfile. This section will cover the following areas. First is Dockerfile. In here, we'll see what is a Dockerfile and the advantages of using a Dockerfile. Next, we'll see the parts of a Dockerfile. Dockerfile instructions and various options are covered in here. Then we'll build a simple image from a Dockerfile. And next, we'll see how to add, copy data into an image using Dockerfile. And lastly, we'll cover again the entry point and CMD instructions, this time using Dockerfile. After quickly summarizing this section, we'll have an important quiz. Make sure you try it out. What is a Dockerfile? In the previous section, we saw how to manage data in a Docker container and how to share data across multiple containers. In this section, we are going to see one important feature of Dockerfile, which is how to automate the building of Docker images. Docker images can be built automatically with the help of a file named Dockerfile. A Dockerfile is a text file which contains instructions for building an image. Each line in a Dockerfile represents an instruction, and Docker can build images automatically with the help of these instructions from the Dockerfile. Each instruction ran during the build process will result in a new layer. Images and layers are not that different from each other, as layers are something like intermediate images, and each layer will have its own image internally. An important advantage of using Dockerfile to build images is that it can enable version control to our Docker image building process. How is this possible? Well, as we mentioned earlier, Dockerfile is just a text document like any other software source code. And because of this, we can maintain versioning of the changes using any version control, for example, Git. Another advantage of using a Dockerfile is that it makes Docker image easily replicable and shareable without making it public or uploading it to the Docker registry. You just need to share your Dockerfile, and the same image can be created by somebody else on another host machine easily. Another thing to note is that Dockerfile can be used for creating Docker Hub registry as automated builds. When you create an automated build registry in Docker Hub, you can provide the source as that of a GitHub or Bitbucket repository, which contains a Dockerfile, and the image will be automatically built by the Docker registry from this linked Dockerfile. It can also update the image as soon as it detects any update made to this linked Dockerfile. In this video, we learned about Dockerfile and its advantages.